So today we are making a video on Bazzite Linux. So here is the boot menu. So there is no live boot in the Bazzite Linux. So already made a video on the Bazzite Linux of the GNOME desktop environment. So I'm going to install the new Linux distro or the Bazzite other desktop environment, which is a Steam. So I'm going to boot it or I'm going to install it. So it's going to take a few minutes and we should be getting the Anaconda installer. So there is already a video available in my channel of this specific Linux distro. You can watch that video and also watch this video if you want. So I'm running it on a virtual machine, which is a VMware with a 60 GB of hard disk, 8 GB of RAM, and my CPU is i5 1240p. So as you can see, we have our installer opened here. So it took 2 minutes for the installer to load up. So I'm going to choose the language and I'm going to choose the United States for the installation. And you get the Anaconda installer, which is a Fedora. Click on continue. Let's wait and see. So here is our installation things. We need to adjust according to your wish. So installation destination, I'm choosing the virtual disk. I'm going to click on done. If you want encryption, if you want to do anything, you can do here. Encrypt my data, free up space by removing or shrinking the existing partitions. So it's clearly up to you to do whatever you want. I'm going to keep the most of the things as a default. User creation, I need to provide some things here for the account. I'm going to give the name, full name, which is Runboxing. And add administrative privileges to the user account, wheel group members, require a password to use this account. I'm going to put the simple password here, which is 126. Let me show you. So it says weak because I'm choosing the simple password, so that's the reason. For the sake of the video, I'm just providing the simple things. Advanced, here is the advanced. Click double done. You should be seeing here. I'm going to keep this password. So language support, here is the network and host name. Time and date, I'm going to keep it like that. You can customize by clicking on drop down menu. And I'm going to begin installation. So the installation will take like a 15 minutes in my PC. So usually the previous video also took like a 15 minutes. And I'm going to mention how much of time it took in my PC after the installation is completed. So let's wait until the installation is done. For you, it will be very quick because I'm going to speed up this process. So here is our installation completion. So it took almost 25 minutes to install the Bazzite Linux. I'm going to reboot system and wait until the desktop layout loads. So here is our Bazzite Linux. The installation and the booting process also took a lot of time. So usually it would be a bit quicker, but the installation took almost 25 to 30 minutes and the booting after the installation took also like maybe 10 minutes. So it took way too long to install and also to boot up. So here we have the KDE Plasma desktop environment, the GNOME desktop environment, which is already available in my channel. If you want to check that out, you can check it out. So I think we should be getting the latest version of the KDE Plasma. So I'm going to change the display settings. So this is the welcome. So let me first check the system monitor or the system resources, so we can see how much of a resource it's consuming. Let me open the system monitor. So if it's a 6.1 desktop environment, we should be having some CPU issues, but let's find it out. Let's first check the resources. I didn't open anything, not even some applications. So we are getting the KDE Plasma version 6.1.3, and as I expected, the CPU is having issue again. So if you don't know what's CPU issue in the 6.1, you should be watching all of my KDE Plasma version videos of Linux distros. You should be getting an idea, even if you install it on the hard disk or else in the bare metal or the live boot. So I'm getting this issue, which is it's consuming a lot of CPU resources, but the RAM is pretty much normal as the KDE Plasma, which consumes that much of RAM. But the CPUs for some reason will be going almost up to 100%, 95%, even if you install it on the bare metal or on the virtual disk, even in the live boot, it's the same issue. So here is some of the information of the Bazzite Linux. So from Fedora Kinoite 40. So I'm going to see all the process, all the applications, and check other things also. So applications, so it's updating Steam runtime environment in the background, so let's keep it like that. So here are the applications, and here is the history. As you can see, CPU is pretty much unstable, so I'm going to, even if it's almost 60 seconds of running the CPU, it's still the same case. So these are all the process. So if you want to know how much of a GNOME desktop environment was consuming, you need to check the video. It was like a few days ago or a month ago. Just type in like a Bazzite Linux in my channel, and you should be seeing the video of the GNOME desktop environment. So here are all the process running, and as you can see, there is a bit of lag and delay when moving the mouse scroller up button, maybe because of in the background, and also the CPU is consuming a lot of resources, so you should be seeing that issue. And I think there is a bit of lag or maybe some delay here. So I'm going to keep the system monitor in the right side corner, and also you get the basic things from the KDE Plasma here. I thought there will be some jelly type of animation, something like that, but we don't get any animation. You get the basic things. So the file size was around like a 9.5 GB or 9 GB like that. So I thought there will be some animations or something like that, but you don't get anything like that. Welcome to Bazzite handheld and HTTPS edition. So let me click on next. So here you can set up things. So I'm not going to go through all those things because it's going to make a video lengthy. It's already almost like a 50 minutes of a video. So I need to, most of the things, I need to speed up all those things, and I need to make the video short as possible. Even after showing, it will be a bit lengthy, but I'm going to try to make the video as less as possible. So it will be almost like a 30 minutes video, however. So these are all the things. Let's I'm going to uncheck all those things because I don't want to install anything, because it's going to take a lot of time. Maybe also the CPU should be a bit high, and I can't make anything from the video. So I'm trying to click on install without choosing anything. I can show the console here. It's going to take a time here, and I'm going to open the console and put in some commands to get some distro information. So even the terminal is taking a bit of time to load here. We get the terminal here. Let's check the version. Let me check the version. So it's a 46.5. Let me type in some commands. Let's try to change the color so you can properly see everything. Let me keep it white. I hope you can see. Let me type in INXI. Before INXI, let me try the NeoFetch. NeoFetch, here is the NeoFetch. Here is some of the information like a CPU, monitor, the desktop environment version, INXI. So most of the commands are pre-installed, so that's a good thing. INXI-b. So here is the CPU, kernel, storage and all the information. You just need to pause the video and read everything. I'm not going to go through all those things because it's going to make a video lengthy. Here is the graphics information, display and all the information. Let me type in another command. So as you can see, uptime is 8 minutes because the installation after reboot, it automatically again updated some things and again it restarted. It took a bit of time there. So he almost said every time of that thing in the beginning. So it took almost like a 15 minutes and it's 8 minutes, and before the updating took like maybe 7 or 6 minutes. So everything was like 10-15 minutes. So let me type in inxi -F, hit enter, and here you can see all the information from the machine, CPU, graphics, audio, network, drives and partition. So this is a short information, but I'm going to give the complete information by typing some other commands. So before that, let me type in another command, inxi -G. Here is our information, cat :/etc :/issue, hit enter, and let me type inxi -sveit. So this command will grab all the distro information like repos, vulnerabilities and all the other information also. So mouse pointer is properly not here, so I'm going to scroll it up and show every information here. So here is our system, which is host is Bazzite, kernel is 6.9, the latest version of the kernel is 6.10, desktop environment KDE Plasma, the distro is Bazzite 40.2024-0731, which is end of July, and WM is Kevin Wayland. So here is some of the information. Just pause the video, like a CPU, vulnerabilities and the graphics, complete graphics information, display, audio information, network. A Bluetooth is not found, so Bluetooth information is not available there. Swap, drives, sensors, repos. So you basically get all the information right from the command. So let's try the HStop. So HStop is not pre-installed, so you pretty much got all the distro information here. Let me exit. So click on next. Here are some web browser. If you want to install the applications, you can go through and check all the applications. Whatever your application you want, you can install here. For example, Brave browser or Opera or some other browsers. So under games or the gamings, here are some of the information, and under the emulation, so it's basically gaming Linux distro. So some of my viewer asked to make a gaming Linux distro, so this is one of the gaming Linux distro. If you want to get all the information, get to the website and get all the information from their website. So under streaming, so don't just watch my video and decide to install. You need to get all the information on your own, because it's your PC. You need to be careful. Don't just watch some random videos in YouTube and try to install some Linux distros. You need to get all the information on your own and get install after you're satisfied. So here are some of the office and productivity. So basically you can select here or check this and get the applications. So for the sake of the video, I'm not going to toggle anything and install, because I don't want to. I don't want to CPU go almost 100% and it completely freezes on the screen. I can't make a video complete. So that's the reason. So I'm going to close these things, and let me open the internet browser, which is a Firefox web browser, which is already installed, and I'm going to show you the official website and downloading process and all those things. And you can get all the information from their official website, and if you're satisfied, then go with the installation. If not, you can't try to do it in the live boot, because there is no live boot. You need to compulsorily install Linux distro, but you can do that in the virtual machines. with higher specs, but go with the GNOME desktop environment because the KDE Plasma version is consuming a lot of resources, so that's the reason. But if you want to try it, if it's a virtual machine, try both the desktop environment. And if ISO files are around like a 9 GB 10 GB, if you have like a limited internet connection, so that's the reason I'm mentioning. So if you have unlimited, you know what to do. So here is the Firefox web browser. It's almost a 128.0.3, which is the latest version of the Firefox web browser. So let me search the about support. So here you get the user agent, the operating system or the kernel, and the operating system themes and all those things. So basically you get the distro information and browser information right here. Just change the playback speed to see everything in a slow motion and you should be getting all the information. So these are some of the important information for some viewers. For example, window protocol, it's a WLAN, not X11. Desktop environment KDE, and here you should be seeing the display settings or the display resolution. So you get some important information here. So if you don't think it's important, you can skip this part. Let me go to the official website, Bazzite. I don't know how it's pronounced. Do let me know in the comment section if you. I don't think it. You can't let in the comments also. So we need to try it in the Google Translate so it can speak like that. Bazzite Linux, I guess. So here is our link. First link is the Bazzite Linux, or else you can just copy the URL. You can't copy the URL from the video, but you can do that by typing. Just type bazzite.gg, or else you can just use some picture. You can just type in like a Bazzite Linux and you should be good. So you don't need to worry about the search term. So here is the next generation of Linux gaming powered by Fedora and Universal Blue. So in my case, I don't think the KDE Plasma version will be able to let me play any games. But when we try it on the bare metal, I don't know how it performs. But in the virtual machines or a virtual disk, when you install it, it's pretty much very hard to play. So here is some of the information. So if anyone tried in the bare metal, do let me know in the comment section. I didn't try this specific Linux distro, but tried the KDE Plasma 6.1 on the bare metal. It was pretty much same case, like a CPU was consuming a lot of resources. So do let me know in the comment section if you tried the KDE Plasma 6.1 in your Linux distro with the KDE Plasma 6.1 in the bare metal, and let me know how it's performing, and the CPU was pretty stable or else same like mine. So here is the downloads. Here are some of the information. I'm not going to go through all those things because you should be getting all the information from the official website. So if you already a Linux gamer or a gamer, you already know what are all those things available in this Linux distro. You get the Steam, WLAN and all those things. So I'm just going to show you the downloading process. So when you click on the download Bazzite Linux, it will get to the downloading thing. So what hardware are you using? So I'm choosing the desktop, and when you scroll it down, you should be seeing who is the vendor of your primary GPU. I have the Intel GPU and also the Nvidia. So you can choose whatever you want, or else you can go with the other Intel GPU. In this video, I chose the Intel Arc. In the previous video, I chose the Nvidia and also the other Intel GPU. So it's clearly up to you to choose whatever you want. So I'm going to choose the Intel Arc. So you need to have a dedicated GPU to run almost every game. So that's the reason I'm going to keep the Nvidia. So your selected hardware does not support Steam gaming mode at this time. The desktop version of a Bazzite is still available. So I'm choosing the Intel Arc now. And also, what desktop environment do you prefer? So I already chose the GNOME version in the previous video. In this version, I'm choosing the KDE Plasma because I already installed the KDE like a SteamOS. So do you want the Steam gaming mode? I choose yes. And here is our download ISO file and view the initial setup guide and also the documentation. Let me show you all those things. So here is the initial setup and other information, and CPU went almost 100%, RAM went almost 3 GB of RAM. So here is the space. Let's wait and see what else we get here. So here you get the installation information and guide and all those things. You can just go there and choose your hardware, and you can just click on it and it will show you all those things. So when you go to the documentation, you get the README, installation guide, gaming guide, desktop environment tweaks and all those information. I'm choosing to make everything which is available as a default. I'm not going to change anything. So when you click on download, the ISO files will be starting download, and the ISO file is 9.5 GB. Yes, it's a bit of a more Linux ISO file. So it's almost 10 GB. I already made videos of almost 30 GB of ISO file, so it's not a bit complicated thing for me. But if you have like a limited internet connection, it will be a bit of more here. So it's almost a 9.5 or 10 GB of ISO file. So we got all the information from the browser also. Let's check what applications we get pre-installed. All applications. So you get some applications from the Bazzite Linux, and there is nothing other than this, just Bedroid, web apps, Vines UI. So you don't get any pre-installed applications. Also you get the Steam and the system update from the Bazzite. I'm going to show that also. So you get the no bloatware applications or the no bloatware apps in the KDE Plasma desktop environment. And also I don't think there was something in the GNOME desktop environment. I don't really remember because I'll be making 2 videos daily. So the video was made like maybe 20-30 days ago. So I almost made like a 3000 videos. So it's pretty much very hard to remember everything in that specific Linux distro. Because I'll be posting 2 videos daily, it's pretty much very hard to remember. So here you get all these applications pre-installed. So you don't get any bloatware or anything like that. So let's check the system update and see what else we have here. Return to gaming mode. You can go to the gaming mode also. So let me close it. So here are some of the applications like a Lotrace, Steam and the browser. Here is our Discord, which is already available from the KDE Plasma. So you don't get anything here in the updates. Let me show you the update also. The version of the applications. So Dolphin, you get the 24.05.2. I think that's the latest version. So you can customize, you can view the files. You already know how to go and do all those things, so I'm not going to go through all those things. So here is our Lotrace. About the version you get is a 0.5.17. So here you have downloading some things. Epic Game Store, Ubisoft. You need to add games by logging in and all those things. You already know how to do all those things. I'm going to close it. And we also have the Steam. So just log in your accounts and use it. So before logging in any type of Linux distro or any type of official things or the login, it's better to get all the information and log in into your account, because we don't know what happens when we log in. So it's a good option to get all the information, whether it's Linux distro or any places. So it's better to get all the information, and if you're satisfied, then go with the login, or else you can just add some accounts which are temporary without money and any like ranks or anything like that. So use like a dummy accounts if you're not familiar with if it's safe or not. So basically I'm telling it's better to keep the official account and use some random account of this team. Create some dummy account without any money or anything, and if you trust it, you can go with login. If you don't, it's clearly up to you to do whatever you want. So updates, and you get the 4 updates here. So basically you don't get any pre-installed applications, just the basic from the desktop environment and other from the Bazzite Linux, like a forum and other things. So there is nothing to show here. I'm trying to go to the return to the gaming mode. Let's try to double click it. If you don't want to trust this, let's continue and see. So let me wait and see.